Drop.
Is this the fucking mic? This is exactly what I should be doing.
What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of The Drop, your weekly source for all things NFT and crypto art, as well as upcoming drops by notable people in the Mograph industry. I'm Matt Milstead, joined as always by Dave Koss.
Yo.
Also joining us this week are NFT superstars David Ariew and EJ Hassenfratz.
Oh, don't lump David. That's like, here's a millionaire and a homeless person.
I am not a millionaire yet. I would like to be. I'm working on it.
Well,
Right.
EJ,
Let's see who gets there first.
before your phone dies,
Person.
what you got to shill here,
I'm
EJ?
in a car. I live in a car.
I live in
My
a car.
NFT
Please
are
buy
not
my
yet.
I'm still seeing the
NFTs.
weird view. I'm still seeing this weird view where we're composited on top of steps.
Oh, really?
Like, this is
Just
still my life
no,
right
just
now.
go up to
You
it
gotta
says
go up to grid
grid view
at the top.
and change it.
Okay.
Right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you're on together mode.
Yeah,
Together
whatever
mode.
that is.
Yeah.
Wanted to be
Oh, I
together.
see that. What the hell? Okay, that's much better. Thank you.
So EJ's probably on
Make it an NFT.
yeah, but you're on 4%
So-
battery. So what you got for
Yeah,
us?
Okay, so I'm sure it's something everyone's already heard of before, but the MekaVerse looks like the
Oh,
coolest
yeah.
freaking NFT collectible series I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Yep.
Dave mentioned it's actually dropping Wednesday, where they're
It's
doing
dropping on Wednesday. Just like it's so basically what it's going to be a raffle to be able to buy into the project, and I think the limit per wallet is 2. So as that's the last I heard. But yeah, there's so much hype around this project that if they didn't do a raffle, it would be the most massive gas war of all time, and there's no way you'd get one unless you're a whale that's spending like thousands and thousands of dollars on gas, if not more. To be able, and even then, it's a risk with gas wars. You can easily get, hurt in that the transactions can fail, but it keeps your gas. So you could spend thousands of dollars and it still won't go through because it would sell out so fast. So it makes sense that they're doing a raffle. There's been a lot of different techniques to mitigate gas wars recently. Some of them are like Dutch auctions, where they start at a price of like, the high price. For instance, Yakuza Cats is one I was trying to get into. And they did a Dutch auction that started at 0.83 ETH and went down to 0.083 ETH. As people buy it, essentially, like the first people to buy it have a guaranteed slot, but it costs way more. And then as it goes down, more and more people start buying in because they want to get those lower prices. So it doesn't necessarily even hit that target of the 0.083.
It seems to me like the like offering it that way, there should be some sort of like high rarity that comes with those higher prices.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
not how
saying?
that works, unfortunately.
See, that kind of sucks. I would much
And-
rather pay the higher prices for the more
Like,
rare assets or whatever.
Right. And the Mutant Ape Yacht Club did a Dutch auction successfully. I think Gary V's Project V Friends did a Dutch auction. So those were working at first, but with this Yakuza Cats one, it still triggered a massive gas war at the end when everyone's trying to buy in at the lowest price. So there was actually a tipping point where, like, probably at 0.12 ETH or something, it was like you could actually buy one for like $500. But then anything lower, it like skyrocketed up to $1,000. It's like the NFT itself only cost $200, but gas was like $800. So that's a huge problem. And there are lots of solutions. Like Pac did an amazing thing with his Lost Poets drop, where he sold 64,000 NFTs, $70 million sale. I think he's doing better than Beeple at this point. But he did this drop, and he used a new, I think it's ERC 1155, or I don't know the ERCs, but some new type of contract that allows you to bundle items together, so people could mint as many as they wanted, but just for one gas fee. So it looked on the blockchain as if there are way fewer being minted. So there were no gas wars for that. It cost me like $30 to mint 12 of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're different. They're just different techniques moving forward to mitigate that kind of thing. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. I recently, so Bone World dropped last week, which is pretty cool. I really
haven't seen that
like
one.
them.
Is that an Ethereum or what blockchain?
It's Sol.
Oh, it's Solana. It's a Solana NFT.
Solana,
Okay.
yeah. Which,
Yeah, those are blowing up recently. There's
I
like a
was-
lot of
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about it because so we bought the Visitors a few weeks ago. We talked about that. Visitors were a pain to try and get, and so a lot of these Ethereum ones, because like, for example, I've got to transfer money from Coinbase over to like a MetaMask wallet, and then, you know, that costs gas fees and stuff like that, and then you've got to purchase it, and that costs gas fees, and it's like it was such a pain. But man, when I bought the Bone World stuff, I threw some money into Coinbase, which was cool. Like, Coinbase took it immediately. Like, it didn't take it out of my account, but it gave me it immediately to be able to trade, which was awesome. So I converted it to Solana for next to nothing, you know, then transferred that over to a Phantom wallet for next to nothing.
Yeah.
And then was able to purchase something. So it didn't cost me an arm and a leg.
Right. That's
you know,
true for any of the proof of stake networks. Like Solana's a good one, Tezos.
Yeah.
Cardano is starting to get NFTs as well. So those three all are proof of stake, and so they're much lower fees. And Polygon is another big one. Polygon actually is an issue right now.
Well, Polygon was what I had to buy the visitors from, and it was a pain in my ass.
Oh, weird.
To try and get that all converted over. You know,
Polygon
it literally took like 28 hours for me to transfer something from one thing to another, or
That's
something
bizarre.
like that. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I only have Ethereum NFTs at this point. I still haven't gotten into the Tezos and Hic-et-Nunc stuff, or Solana, or Cardano, or Polygon. Like, Polygon NFTs are constantly airdropped to my wallet. Like, when you have more NFTs, you start to get all these rando airdrops, and those are actually all spam NFTs. And never, if you see a Polygon, I mean, like, this is kind of maybe a generalization. Sometimes it's legit, but so many of those are scams. It's a new scam going around where if you try and sell one of those Polygon NFTs, your wallet can actually get hacked. I don't understand how it works, but generally, like, if you receive something that you're not aware of, and it's like, you know, the Polygon ones have this little like chain link icon in the bottom left. I just hide all of those in my wallet. That's how I'm dealing with it right now. You can click them on OpenSea and just hide them.
You can't burn them.
I just airdropped
I don't know
Polygon.
Oh
my
yeah.
One drop.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh.
Okay, well,
So that's
I'll
the
unhide that.
problem,
I wasn't sure if that was legit, so that's one that I did hide.
Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, oh, there's spam NFTs and stuff like that, because apparently, like, you can get hacked from these if you accept them and all that stuff, and it's like,
it's not if you accept them, it's if you try to sell them. If that goes through, if you actually do sell them, there's a way that people can hack into your wallet, and I don't understand how that works. But it's scary because every day there's some new scam. I've been scammed already twice in a small way. Like, one time I stupidly bought I was like, it's always when you're moving fast, you know, when you're trying to like get into the hype, right? So there was one where I was actually part of this project called Playing Arts, where it's 55, you know, cards, and each one's a different artist.
That one was cool. I saw that one.
I gave them an NFT that worked really well as like the 3 of clubs. So one of my mirror boxes is one of those cards. So I was like, I did not expect that one to sell out so fast. It was crazy. But I was trying to, I forget what I was actually talking about. Oh yeah. So I was like trying to buy into the project after the fact, because I stupidly it's like, I'm part of this project. I had access to the pre-mint, you know, the early release window. And I was like, oh, this isn't going to sell out. Like, this is not going to go fast. And of course it sold out in the pre-sale. I didn't get any from like the initial mint. So I then went on OpenSea and bought some on the secondary market. But one of the ones I stumbled on one, and I was like, oh, this one has a really low floor. And of course I wasn't paying attention. It was like the collection wasn't verified yet. So, you know, just be careful when you're doing that stuff, because I bought a fake NFT for $150, and it, you know,
was that on OpenSea?
It was on OpenSea. Like, any new collection, there's going to be a bunch of scam collections that try and get you to buy into those, that are just, and you can tell because, you know, if you look at those collections, it won't be the same number. It won't be like 10,000 NFTs. It'll be just a few. So they're just posing as, you know, that's why the verified tick mark is so important for these projects to get. Absolutely. So you don't get scammed. Yeah. And even so, there have been times where it's like you can buy a bundle and it appears under the verified collection, but it's still a scam. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So that's a confusing one. Another one that happened to me last week was there's this the RTFKT Studios. It's actually pronounced Artifact.
Okay.
So that one, they're like minting some collection that's gonna blow up probably. They're doing really well. And I got like a DM about that minting was live, and I wasn't thinking. I was like, ooh, minting just went live. And I like clicked on it, and I like minted a couple, and I was like, wow, that went through. And it's like said like 2,000 were left, you know. And then I like minted one more, and I'm like, what? I was like, wait, but this number isn't going down. This should be like going down really fast. And then I like started clicking around on the site. I'm like, oh shit, this is rtfkt.to, not
Oh my gosh.
.com. So of course, like never
Jeez.
anything that's coming into your DM. I get like now I'm getting like probably 50 DMs a day on Discord that are spams.
Yeah.
Why don't you turn that off?
Yeah, you can turn it off.
Turn what off?
Turn off your global DMs.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they have.
because people actually DM me sometimes that are legit that I need to talk to, so I can't just.
And you're
But-
not friends
yeah, but
with
you
them.
can- Yeah, but you need to be. Do you really? I mean, I wouldn't talk to anyone who
I see
isn't
what you're
friend
saying.
requesting me. You know?
Right, that makes sense. That's actually a
That's-
good call. That
Yeah,
would
that's what I
solve
do.
some spam
Like,
issues.
let people friend request me, and then I can look at them, see the shared
If they're
Discords,
legit,
and
yeah.
if I know, like, oh, I don't know about this, you know,
Yeah.
I'll just delete it.
Yeah.
Because you can control that per channel on Discord. So like I'll block most of the NFT channels except for like
yeah.
Get Nifty.
The
know?
nifty
Yeah.
one,
Anyway.
the Beeple collectors one,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
constant.
Right. No, I'm in like literally like 50 Discord channels.
Oh man.
Or
Well, then
more.
it's easier to just block a lot of them and keep like a couple open for.
I don't have
legit.
notifications. It's literally just the DM. So you're saying like just turn
'Cause
off
they-
DMs unless
Yeah.
it's someone that's your friend.
Because
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
you're opening yourself
Okay.
up to anyone in any of those Discords
Yep.
that are like
Yep.
super easy to get into to spam you.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess from like, you know, I try to keep my DMs open. Like on Twitter, it's open. You know, I
Mhm.
like people being able to contact me because
Yeah.
sometimes random students will contact me. But I guess it makes sense. Like if they just friend me first, then they can
Yeah.
DM me. So that's a
Yeah.
great piece of advice. Anyway, point is, don't, you know, be suspect of any DMs coming in. Like since then, that trend has kicked off to a major degree where any big project like Meka's, I get like 10 DMs a day that are scams about
Yeah.
MekaVerse.
'Cause
Like
there's
minting is live.
165,000 people in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's always like minting is live, and they go to the trouble of creating fake sites where you can literally just throw your money down a rat hole.
Oh,
Someone
man.
said, Thomas Collier said, wasn't that debunked? I don't know if he's talking about the Polygon.
He was talking about
Talking
Polygon.
About the, yeah.
Well, that would
by
be
Like you
selling
can get
pure
hacked
stuff.
with an NFT, buying an NFT. Because this is something else that I saw someone that I follow saying like, oh, I just got hacked, da da da, and like I was talking with another buddy, and they're just like, okay, is it just me, or am I seeing like a lot of people getting hacked? And then like people are like, okay, but did that person really get hacked? Like their story,
Or were
tell
they
their
just-
story, and the story
Right.
doesn't add up.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, do we also need to be paying attention to people who claim they were hacked,
right.
and then they're just trying to get
Well,
like
Blake,
sympathy?
But it is
vibes of their
getting
NFT?
scarier. Every day there are new schemes to hack you. And like Blake
Right.
Catherine got hacked, and she didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somehow they found her password through her Gmail. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing she did wrong, is she had her password as the same. Her MetaMask password is the same one as her Gmail. But I'm
Right.
surprised that works, because if you're remote, if you're on some other machine and you install MetaMask, you can't just enter in the password. You literally have to enter in your seed phrase. So anyway, whatever. After that, I went and
Well,
changed all
with-
my passwords, you know,
Yeah.
to make sure that my
Maybe she
MetaMask.
stored her seed phrase somewhere in her Google Docs.
Oh,
She
that's
did?
right. That's right. That's what it
Maybe.
was. That's
Oh, she
Yeah.
did.
yeah. I heard.
Yeah, I
I
think
heard
that's
about
what
that.
it was.
Oh, okay. Well, that.
Yeah. So don't
that is
store
a
your seed phrase on your
no-no.
Google Docs.
Yeah.
Like
that's a
literally
huge-
just write it down and stick it in a shelf. Like
Yeah,
somewhere.
or go to the further length of I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm actually should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
doing.
You don't
Even
say what
better,
you're doing.
just say it during
But-
the live stream. Just say
Yeah.
your seed phrase just so you never forget. You can always go
Right,
back
that
to
way
the
I'll never
YouTube
forget it.
video.
But
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, get a ledger. You know, get the like. There's these cold titanium plates where you can stamp engrave your seed phrase into your onto those in case. Like, say your house burned down. Obviously, it's not likely to happen, but if it did, your seed phrase would get evaporated in that fire if it's just on a piece of paper.
Yep.
So there are these titanium things to stamp those into in case of fire. You know,
yeah,
like
you have to trust
put
the
it in a
people who are
safety
stamping
deposit
them that they
box
won't,
or something. What's
you
that?
know.
Oh,
You
the
have to
people who
trust the
stamp
people
them.
Who stamp them, that they,
Oh, that's
can't find your stuff.
right. Well, if you
But yeah,
could,
like you could put it in a safe. You could put it in a safety deposit box. There's a
Yes.
lot of things you could do to make sure.
for sure.
Yeah, he's saying, Kevin Rupp, that's exactly what I've got. He's like, check out Cold TI for seed phrase storage. Cold titanium. So here, I'll show it right here. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
It has my seed phrase right there. No.
EJ, how's your battery? You all right there?
2%.
All right. should we depart before we go into the next section here?
What's the next section?
The next section is Matt tells us what's hot this week.
Yeah.
How long does that go for?
Oh,
I can listen.
Depends.
Yeah.
You can listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang out.
We'll give
And
it a
if,
go.
if I drop out, I drop out. But
Okay.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I'll just say I love you
Sarah
now.
Gibson also
and if
said,
I
get a
leave-
firebox.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
firebox is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so this week's drops. Let's start off with Nifty Gateway. Nifty Gateway's doing. They released some weird schedule. It's like where it's now
Yeah.
starting Friday and
Mhm.
ending Thursday, which kind of sucks. It's like, okay,
Well, I love that recently they've only been doing one artist per
Yep.
day.
absolutely.
But
That's
isn't
cool.
that changing? Aren't they
I don't know.
doing
I don't-
something different having to do with collections? What was in that statement today from
There was a statement. Oh boy. Temporarily putting a pause on the founder town halls going forward as we revise our overall structure and cadence. Still important to our team. To blah blah blah.
No, it's this right here. You may have noticed this week we kicked it up a notch and started adding in multiple of your favorite verified projects a day. This is introduced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick,
I don't know.
can I like insert two more small things about
Yeah,
security?
do it.
Totes.
Billy Chicken just said, for what it's worth, I wouldn't trust safety deposit boxes at a bank. If that branch closes down, then it isn't a guarantee that you'll be notified and able to retrieve it. It's common for them to fail to notify everyone. So that's a good piece of advice. So that's one thing. And then the other scam that I've seen happen, I've seen this twice actually. In your MetaMask, there's an advanced tab and there's a QR code. And if you open up that QR code and you're sharing your screen or someone gets a picture of that QR code, that is your seed phrase. And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that. Yes. So be very, very careful of that. Like, so this happened to someone who they were on Discord, they were in the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they were Discord server, and they were complaining about some issue in OpenSea where something wasn't transferring or wasn't updating the metadata or whatever. And so they got two people who are the head of the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord. I can't remember their names.
There you go.
There went EJ.
Gargamel.
Oh wait, he's still
no,
there.
He's back.
Gargamel is one of their names. Anyway, so there were people. It's very easy on Discord to pose as other people. So this person thought they were talking to the leaders of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They were like schmoozing him. They were distracting him, and they were trying to help him work out his problem. And they got him to share his screen and reveal that QR code, and then that's the end of it. They can steal all your shit. So there's also like this definite like social manipulation behind some of these scams that are actually very like targeted and detailed. Like Fabian Oberhammer had one where there was someone who actually wanted to fly him out or get him to fly out and meet in person. And someone else actually got scammed by this, where they did meet in person. And they went to the bathroom, and while they were at the bathroom, the people got into their MetaMask and stole all their shit. So this happened in person. And it was like a promise of like, oh, I want to buy all your whole collection of art. Like, I want to buy 50 pieces from you before you get like big in the scene, and all these dailies that you've done in the past. Like, so it's like something that you could kind of believe that a collector wants to invest early in you before you blow up. So yeah, basically just be careful, because it is getting scarier every day as NFTs, because I don't know if you realize since like just a couple months ago, there's maybe 10 times the number of people buying NFTs. It's blown up 10x.
Yeah.
If you look at Dune.xyz, for instance, that's a good page for analytics in general. Oftentimes, we're looking at like cryptoart.io for analytics, but that's just the NFT like one of one market, whereas collectibles have really, really blown up in the past few months.
Yeah,
and there's tons of YouTube channels about them now. So, and celebrities are getting in, buying all the Bored Apes like Logan Paul and all these other people, basketball stars. But yeah, if you look at Dune.xyz, in August, it was like 10 times the number of people entered. We had like maybe 40 or 50,000 people buying on OpenSea. Now we've got about 500,000 people. And still, that's a small number. Soon 10,000 collectible series are going to feel very small. So it's just nuts. But that means that there's way more scammers, way more people looking to, profit off of you, and Anyway.
As the whole industry increases, that's just going to get worse. But what do you got, Matt? What do you got? Take us through it real quick, because Dorpy wants to come in and share something with us.
As far as what we've got today on the 4th is Kid Mograph is doing a drop, and the stuff that he has shown off looks really, really cool. He even did it behind the scenes.
I'm excited for this because I get access to his, let's see, where is it? His Patrol Tunnel one is a drop that's only for people that hold the key to life returns. So I won that key Nifty did this secondary Summer Slam event for like 3 days where the people who purchased the most on Nifty's, there were no new drops. It was literally just purchase on the secondary market. So this was a initiative they did to try and get, to spur that secondary market, which is very needed. So I ended up buying like a couple pot cubes for 10 grand each, and a few more NFTs. So I spent like 25 grand, but I was in the top 150 people, and I won this thing. So this is like a secret, pass for certain Nifty drops, and the floor is already for the actual key is already at like I think 16 or 18,000. So I've already made my money back essentially, because cubes also doubled in that time. But yeah, it's crazy the weird kind of plays you can make to gain access to certain things.
Yeah, I got one of Blake Catherine's keys. I won that in a drawing, and I'm curious what she's gonna do with that.
Yeah.
So I've got that one listed pretty high. It's like I've got it listed at like 9 grand. But I won that one for like $300. I was really happy about that one.
What else you got?
Okay, so that Kid Mograph. Then tomorrow, Vils. I believe, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or whatever. This one is crazy. So like,
where are you seeing
rewind it, Dave?
Where are you seeing it ahead of time?
I go to their Twitter. I go to their Twitter, and then I just look to see what they're doing. So this is it? I don't know if this is an actual explosion or whether this is a simulation or whatever. But like, if you fast forward it, you see it basically creates this cool thing. It's neat.
Maybe it's not. It looks very real.
At the
I think that might be. I think that's footage. I think that's footage of a building.
The beginning of it,
but
looked
it's just
little...
it's been time remapped.
That's really hard. That
maybe you're right. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it is
combo,
like
maybe?
So crazy. Yeah, it could be combo, whatever.
Combo.
I just think that smoke at the end looks really real, but again, maybe I'm being tricked. Like,
I don't know.
It's funny how
I have no idea.
CG artists often
so
can't
go
tell
up,
what's real.
Scroll up a little bit, Dave. See what the tags and stuff say.
Street art, explosion, NFT, blockchain, burns.
Yeah, I don't know.
Street art. Oh.
Yeah, I think it might be real.
So it's something where the explosion creates the art on the building?
I don't know. Could be fake. It's cool though.
How would you do that?
I really like it. I thought that was rad. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
what else you got?
That is tomorrow. Then on the 6th, Stephen Balte. I don't know if that's how you say their name, but Real Imposter. Like, I freaking love.
Look at that.
Oh, that's a weird one.
This stuff, like, so good. Like, I've been following them for a while, and like I just absolutely love their work.
Want to know who one of my favorite NFT artists is right now?
Huh.
Oxygeno. Do you know Oxygeno?
I don't know
I'm gonna
Oxygeno.
look that up.
Oh yeah, I've been following him for years and years and years on Instagram before he was into NFTs. But so it's 2 E's, OXEEGENO. Go look at his super rare because every one of his pieces lately has been just so high quality, insane, really, really amazing, creative, beautiful
Here's
stuff.
the chat, or I put it in the chat, Dave, if you want to show that.
Oh, I got the super. Is this super rare?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
super rare.
Like check out Mirror of Thoughts. It's this underwater one, and then his most recent one where this character's like skateboarding in this futuristic cyberpunk scene, being chased by police. That's so rad. Like everything, like the one where it's called "I Dream That I Was Free" is one of the best loops I've seen, with like tons of marvelous designer stuff, and like he does this thing with waterfalls. I'm assuming he's mapping video onto it, but he might have told me that it's actually fluid sims. But they just look so detailed and crazy. Yeah, click on View More. If you scroll down, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, view all art. Okay,
artworks.
I was looking for like a. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and then scroll down to like keep going. There you go on the left. I Dreamed That I Was Free. Check that one out. That's one of my favorites.
Cool. That's
yeah,
really
but click
cool.
on it
Can
so
I
you see the whole
it
thing.
bigger. Okay,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then like check out the waterfall that's coming up here.
Wow. Gosh, that's cool.
Yeah, I need to get into Marvelous Designer. But yeah, check this out. Like, oh my God. I think it looks like it's video mapping, like projection mapping onto geometry, but might be actual fluid sims.
Oh,
but yeah,
you've got some
cool.
lens focal length change.
Such a good loop. Yep.
That focal length change at the end is like
pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, I want to watch it again
I'm so
now.
impressed.
I want to see the ending again. Right here. Watch. Get that crazy. Whoa, focal length.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
Anyway, random,
That's cool.
but
what else, Matt? How much time we got? I got 20 minutes till labor.
20 minutes. Okay, real quick. And then this isn't on the list, but I saw that Ryan Talbot's actually doing a drop.
Oh.
he is, yeah.
On the 7th. So we'll probably, the thing is, like with their new schedule and stuff like that, we won't be able to announce the ones that happen on Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. So I'm really glad we were able to see this one. Let me. I put the link in Notion, but I think you're working off of another Notion.
Well,
Here, let me put it in the chat.
I can get a Notion. That's fine.
There you go. I got it.
You got it. Okay.
So working with King of Midtown, I believe.
Yep.
A collab with King of Midtown.
And several other artists, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's sending me a print of Stargazing, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Ryan's been doing such an amazing job of creating these robotic creatures, like really bringing them to life. Like he's obviously gotten into Substance Painter and rigging. This is like, to me, it's like my Down on the Render farm on crack. Like, honestly, like if I had more time, this is the kind of art that I would be making because I love me some robots.
Yeah, it's super cool. Really good stuff. Cool. So excited for Ryan. Ryan's been killing it in this scene. Which is
he
great
just sold
for
a piece for $100,000. So I would say so.
Did you see his tweet about buying a Lamborghini?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I thought that was funny.
Reinvest in yourself. Don't buy a Lambo.
Yeah.
Right.
Because his Acura finally like bit the dust.
Yeah.
So he bought like a CRV.
Like, bro, why
didn't you buy a Lambo?
Exactly. It's like because I bought a good car that'll get me around, and now I'm not spending like way tons of extra money on something I don't need.
Right.
Yeah.
I drive like once a week. I don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's it for Nifty Gateway. I wish I had the rest of them that were gonna show up during the weekend, but I don't. So.
You guys
which
need
is
to
a
get
shame.
into buying some collectibles. That's where the real money is.
I have some collectibles.
Okay. Cool.
I have. Yeah, I mean, I've got the Visitors. I just did Bone World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There's one releasing today that I'm really excited about.
What's that one?
I put the link in the chat. It's called the Surreals.
Oh. Okay.
There's no like big roadmap or anything like that. It's literally like this is very high quality art, and we wanted to make some like hand painted, beautiful art as a collectible. And so to me, like, you should be looking as a collector, you know, investing in these things. You should be looking for unique things that haven't been done before. Like
right.
So this to me is one of those. I don't know if it's going to blow up. You know, this is not financial advice, as everyone always says. Yeah, you can't really you can't see what they look like there yet. But if you go to the site, I think if you go back to the Surreal's Twitter and then navigate to the site,
we have an extra 30 minutes now, by the way, so we're good.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, go to surreals.io.
Surreals.io. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And let's see.
Have you seen?
There you go. You scroll down, you can see what some of them are going to look like. But they've got these crazy painterly backgrounds, and there's like a bit of process for.
That's cool. I like that. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, scroll all the way down there.
Have you seen these Yeti ones?
Super Yeti?
Is that what it is? No, sorry, not the Yeti. It's these the llama ones.
Llama?
I don't know if I've seen the llamas.
See if I can find them. Like I'm totally loving what they look like. Let me see if I can find them. Someone was posting them in the crypto art channel on the sorry.
Out of any of the projects that I've bought into, the one that has the one artist that has paid the most dividends and has been the best to invest in by far is Pac. And he's still flying under the radar because we all know who he is in the one-of-one art space, but people who are just entering the collectibles space often don't know who he is. And he just released like a couple weeks ago this project that's going to run for a whole year called Lost Poets. And it's all these AI faces, and you feed them pages. So you can swap your pages for poets, or you can keep your pages and feed them to your poets in phase 2, and then they start speaking poetry. It's really unique, and he's going to airdrop there are these origin tokens, origin poets that are black and white that were used to generate all the kind of like faces along with other AI algorithms and whatnot. But if you have those, you can actually rename your poets, and that'll ripple down and affect that entire collection of that family of poets. There's all these crazy dynamics. There's mystery. There's going to be like a twist thrown in that will change the value structure of the whole project. So he's keeping people engaged over a whole year. At the end of the year, you can burn your poets for Ash, which is another thing. Like Ash is like such a great investment, or at least it has been for me. And I only can see it continuing to rise. But yeah, Pac is like the space's Banksy. He's mysterious. He's really good at communicating. He's somehow a master of so many different disciplines. I don't know if you can tell, but I've become like a really big fan of Pac lately. It's Cinema 4D and Octane is just one small fraction of what he does. He understands blockchain better than anyone. He's up to date on all the smart contracts, the newest ways to implement drops. He understands game theory and social dynamics. He's like the game master. He's a performance artist as well. Like if you're on his Discord, there was one night where he was responding to everyone in previous tweets that he'd done, just like literally like answering people with previous tweets, because he has some kind of weird algorithm that'll immediately search through all the tweets he has done in the past. And like, so, he would just, and they were answers that would make sense, so he's like constantly like messing with people, but in a good way. Just the other day, he did this drop called, or this was like literally, I think it was yesterday actually. He did a drop called Fomoverse, right? He was like he changed his, Twitter thing to, something like, I can't remember what it is, but citizen of the Fomoverse or something like that. And if you go to fomoverse.gg, this is my other link. It's really funny. I actually managed to win one of these. It was a free NFT he dropped, and now it's already worth like, I think the floor is like 7.5 ETH. Though interestingly with this one, it's a 50% royalty. So it's like, people were coining it the unflippable, because if you remember, he did like that drop that was like the title.
I link my MetaMask.
You need some Ash in your wallet in order to participate. But I think there's several more coming, because that was just the F, and now there's going to be OMO. But it's like this whole play on like, it has no utility. There's no roadmap. It's all FOMO. You missed it already. It happened yesterday. So he's just like,
let's not do the MetaMask thing.
There's like weird like social commentary and like comedy constantly from this. And I don't know. I'm into it. It's
Fomoverse.gg. Where's GG from? Is that Good Game?
Good Game. Yeah.
It really is?
Yeah, GG.
All right.
Yeah, it's
All
really
right.
GG.
Cool.
He's like just messing with people.
I just think of Rev when I hear that because he says GG all the
yeah,
time.
GG. Yeah. Yeah, and also Francisco pointed out that Pac created Arcollect, which is, this AI curator on Twitter that's got several million followers. Elon Musk loves it and whatnot, and it just curates visuals that it thinks will go viral, and it does a really good job of that. So he built that many years ago. He's got another one called MetaProfit that just says weird things from movies or from different things, and it actually got banned on Twitter for like 24 hours the other day for saying like something from a movie that was like, I'm gonna kill you or something.
Oh gosh.
He's like, oh no, MetaProfit, what have you done? Yeah, so I don't know, I think he's moving into this new phase of his NFT career where he's more focused on, rather than building art in C4D and Octane, he's building things that make things. So he's building AI. Like all of his new drops are going to be a little bit more AI focused. But there's always mystery with his stuff. Like this Fomoverse one, it says that the token could change at any time. And people that are buying it, the interesting thing is that because it's 50% royalty, they're buying it expecting that it'll 2x, because unless it 2x's, you're not going to make your money back because it's 50% royalty. So he's just playing with all these different dynamics constantly and innovating really.
I feel like it's a full-time job to keep up with all this stuff because there's so many things going out
and that's
now.
what I've been like tripping out on lately is like, holy shit, I've been like, I wasted this, well, not wasted, but it's like my job now I have to just kind of like come to terms with is like part of it is like researching, investing, like watching ETH. Like I've been constantly every morning watching YouTube videos about like just about like how the market works, and like what the market.
That's your new tutorials, buddy.
That's my new tutorials. But I'm wanting to get back into art like to a major degree, and I am doing like art projects. I'm doing a lot of collabs at the moment, and there's a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like very inefficient, because half the time I'm just watching charts and graphs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
I get that.
it's a lot of it feels like gambling, and it's scary.
Yeah.
It is.
Too.
Yeah.
It is gambling.
It is gambling.
But I mean, it is and it isn't. If you're making decisions based on
good information,
and rather than just like coin tosses, like
exactly.
I'm sure that ETH is gonna keep going up,
Right.
So I'm just in some ways I'm trying to play it safe. In other ways I'm taking risks. And then the other frustrating thing is like you look back and you're like, if only I'd made this decision, because like if only like I made some, even when you make good calls, like so I invested 12 grand into Ash essentially, which is Pac's cryptocurrency, and that blew up into 240 grand before it dropped down to 120. So like at that 240 moment, I was like, I should have sold it, and then I should have dumped all of that into. You can see like what the big plays would have been in retrospect. Like if I'd sold that and dumped all of it into Pac's newest Lost Poets project, I would have been on the leaderboard. I would have had these two Origin tokens, which are now worth 100 grand, 50 to 100 grand each. So like it's not hard to see in retrospect how you could have made a killing. Like if you just, if only we'd minted like a bunch of Bored Apes, now we'd be millionaires.
And that's the thing when y'all kept on telling me, oh, hodl, diamond hands on the people thing. I understand. And you're in for the long haul, which is totally fine.
No, I totally get what you're saying. There are peaks. There are peaks in the market where Beeple hit that peak and you sold at the exact right time.
It was literally like the best time.
Yeah, you sold for at the very top, and that's really hard to do. And there have been times where I'm like hodling forever. Like this ferocious piece that I had, it was it's that astronaut headbanging one, right? It was a set of 300. I bought it for 1,500. I hodled it. That was March, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, the surreals is happening in 5 minutes. I'm gonna like mint some of these while we're talking. But that one I hodled for since March. It went up to 5 grand. It went down to 800, and then I sold it like a month ago for like $1,000 more than I bought it for, because it just seemed like it was going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Literally 1 week later, it blew up to being worth 40 grand.
God.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts. And there's a lot of those that are like that. It's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have sold my Robotos. Oh shit, I shouldn't have sold this or that. But then there are other times where you're like, oh shit, I should have sold at this time, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's also impossible to know what's going to make a comeback. A lot of these projects go away for what feels like months, and then all of a sudden blow up out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah, I was really surprised. Like I held on to I just on a whim bought one of the Zed fuck render pieces, you know, one of those collabs, and like it immediately went from $1,250 to like $700, and I was like, ah man, I don't think I'm gonna make my money back on this one, you know. And then he released fuck crystals, and it's like, oh, those sold like you could, they were so gone. Like I could have listed it for 5 times the amount I was selling it for, you know. And whatever, you never know.
It's like to not list things. I'm finding because you never know when something's going to take a crazy run. Like I bought into this project called Axolotls, which was not super high profile. I just thought it was cute, you know. And it went down massively for a week. Like I bought them at like 0.2 ETH, and it went down to 0.02, so it like went down 10 times lower. And then after like another week, out of nowhere, you know, I just like, I get an email from OpenSea. It's like, your item sold. And then it's like, your item sold. I'm like, what's happening? And then I had sold 3 Axolotls by mistake, you know, not by mistake, but ones that it was a decent price. I like made my money back, but from there it ran up another, you know, 10x. So thankfully I've still got like 2 or 3 of them. And now I'm like, okay, maybe this is a blue chip. So that for those that don't know, there's this new terminology called blue chip NFT, aka Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, Cool Cats. Any of these projects that have proven themselves in the long term are called blue chip NFTs. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is actually a blue chip one. I'm going to hang on to this for longer and list them. You know, if I list them, I'll list them for, you know, much more than I would ever expect to make on them. And if I do, awesome. You know, that's a good time to cash out. But yeah, it's really hard, you know, and like, what's
your biggest loser one, like that you spent money on and is just not, it's
Degens is one. Another one, Super Yeti didn't do shit, but I didn't lose very much on that. And then another one is Vox Collectibles, but that might make a comeback. But that one was a bit of a shit show. I invested like $6,000, and that all went down. And yeah, I don't know. I you know, like the biggest, like I've lost money on ETH to some. I think I'm like break even on ETH. Like at one point I made a lot, and it's like then you lose a lot. You know, like it's like, oh, I shouldn't have swapped all my Ash, a lot of my Ash to ETH. I should have left it in Ash.
Yeah.
You know, there's all these things that you say to yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Matt, you got 2 more on the board, by the way.
Yeah, I bought an Adam Priester. Like, do you know Adam Priester?
Yeah. I love his work.
I love his work. Right. I bought one of his pieces. Yeah, I bought one of the ones from Nifty.
They're only surprisingly doing so poorly.
They are. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
It's like it's only an edition of 64. You know, and like I bought it I paid $1,250 for it, and its last sale was $350.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Total.
Because
here's another one.
A good piece.
I invested like 20,000 into Super Rare, but I invested that when it was at $3. And that was like at the peak of the hype. Like if things are already hyped, don't buy in. You know, I was hearing about Super Rare token, how crazy it's going. I could see it going up. So I invested, you know, 20 grand, and that went down to like 8 or so. It cut into a third of its value, you know. So but that now it's going back up, and people like for that one, people think it's a good investment because the token dynamics are really interesting, where they're holding 850 million tokens from the public. They're not letting, so the only people holding are artists or, you know, some people that bought in early, but there's not much supply because they're holding all those tokens until at least November.
Gotcha.
So the token economics on that one are really good. It's definitely like a powder keg waiting to explode to some degree. And also because the people that were airdropped those tokens are artists who are oftentimes holders, because it's an investment in your in Super Rare itself. It lets you vote on you know, aspects of Super Rare. and because it's almost like they gave this to me, so if you're gifted something, you're much more likely to hodl, which is what happened with me in the Bored Ape. Like Tim gifted me one immediately after they came out. He was super nice, and I would have sold that way earlier because I never expected it to blow up to what it's done.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, jumping back to the drops this week, we got 2 over in Maker's Place. The first one is tomorrow. Katie Arrington, super cool artist, illustrator and stuff, doing a lot of work in Photoshop, and but really pretty stuff right there. And then the 7th, we've got Grand Chamaco, I believe it is. I really like these ones. These ones are super cool. That's like famous scenes from movies and stuff like that, done with like a very stylized these characters and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it looks like something.
You know, that's
what does
cool.
it look like?
Dolly.
Almost has like it's almost like a 3D Cuphead.
Yeah.
Look at the eyes.
It reminds me a lot of oh, what's his name? Dang it, I can't remember his name.
Oh.
I think you know
gosh.
who I'm talking about.
Who does the cans?
C4D artist.
Who does the cans?
What?
He does the cans or no?
No.
Someone else?
No. Different
I don't
artist.
know. EJ Hassenfratz.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, it's EJ.
Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it as far as the drops for this week. We had 2 listener drops. First one, we want to bring up Rev. Rev had a couple of drops this week on Foundation.
Some of them are still available.
Yes.
And so this was kind of a funny story because Beeple actually bid on one of his pieces. Yeah.
Yep.
And he wasn't paying attention, and Isaac came and
jumped
took it
in
out from under him.
Yeah. I was telling both of those dudes, we were on Halo, I was like, why are you doing this? If your piece ends up like Rev, if your piece ends up in Beeple's collection, that is a massive win for you. Like it doesn't matter if it's less, money. Like Isaac jumped in, I guess, because he wanted to like mess with Beeple and say that he stole it from Beeple or something when he wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Beeple bid on Rev's piece is like so huge. It shows such support, and he doesn't do that with anybody. He like the only other thing I've seen him bidding on is like the Urs Fisher pieces.
Yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah. Outbid him by 0.1 ETH.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that's great.
That's super fun.
So the other ones are still available if you want to check those out. What's the other one you're talking about, Matt? Did you send it to
the other one is from here. I don't know if you have this link in there. But this one was posted in the Slack. Silo.
Silo.
TV, Silo.
Oh, yes. I saw
did a new
this.
piece on Super Rare. Really cool looking stuff. Really pretty. Man, that subsurface. Sexy.
Yeah, and Ad9 TV says Foundation is trash. I was asking Rev like why he's putting that stuff on Foundation at this. Like he probably do better somewhere else.
Some of us can't get invites to Maker's Place or to Super Rare.
Well, you got to make some stuff first, Matt. I think that's probably a good.
I have made plenty of things.
Oh yeah, but you already released them. You got to make some new stuff.
Yeah,
you got to make some new stuff. Is that all of those? I don't know.
I think that is it. Yeah, that's all we got.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Ariew, have you doing any drops?
Yeah, I've got. Well, so I was going to do a nifty drop for NFT NYC where I was making this mirror box piece, and then it was going to be partnered with Artech House, which is this. They do like these 20K projectors in this room to like immerse you in the content. So I rendered like 2/3 of that already at like 4K resolution, upres to 8K with the AI gigapixel, whatever it's called, video enhanced.
Yeah.
And then about a few days ago, they emailed me to tell me the project's not happening anymore. They're going in a different direction. So that sucks, but they still want to have a call with me in a couple weeks to talk about how...
Just take that piece and sell it. Just sell it on Super Rare.
Well, I was going to, actually. Originally, it was going to be my Super Rare Genesis, but the problem with Super Rare is that they have a file size limitation of 50 megabytes. And with these mirror boxes that are long form, like this was a 2-minute piece, it looks like total trash on Super Rare
compression.
So I decided I have access to Super Rare. I'll mint something there at some point that's different, not a mirror box, you know. But for the mirror box stuff, it just is not going to work as my Super Rare Genesis. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that piece. I also made a similar one for Loopify that will go into his short film that he's building with a bunch of people. So that was kind of like a commission. I recently worked with Beeple on a project I'm not going to talk about.
I know
that may or may not see the light of day because of the celebrity we're working with. You know, celebrities are pretty flaky. Like we both knew that going in. So that was pretty hilarious project.
I'll tell you a funny story about that he mentioned at camp because I asked him about it. You know,
I would love to hear that afterwards. And then I'm working with Triple X, who's one of my biggest collectors. He's in China. And his family represents this artist named Jia Ai Li, who is one of the top painters in China. He's got this weird, like, partly abstract, like kind of dark art style with like characters with gas masks, these kind of recurring characters. And so I'm basically taking his paintings and converting them into 3D scenes. And this project is going to be me, Raf Grissetti, Ryan Hawthorne, and potentially Min Shi. Min Shi is doing another thing with him, but Frenetic Void, potentially Coldy.
Frenetic Void.
Yeah, his stuff's crazy. So that should be. It's really exciting. Potentially going to drop on Christie's. We'll see. His, Triple X's aunt is, I think the vice president on the board at Christie's.
Oh, cool.
So that's really cool. And they've also got another platform called TR Lab that has already done a very successful NFT sale with another Chinese artist who's this fireworks artist, and it sold for like 2.5 million. So some of the drops are going to be on TR Lab. Some are potentially going to be on Christie's. So that's probably going to be like January, February. I'm going to be working on this for like a month or two. I've got a nifty drop lined up for December. And then potentially Maker's Place drop in January is what they wanted, but I might push that. I've got a lot of stuff going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
awesome. Boy, look who's here.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey guys. How's it going?
What's up, Dorpy? It's good.
I just had to stop by and wish you a happy show 300. Looks like it's going well. So I'm working with a new friend that I just met on the internet. He sent me an unsolicited message on Discord, and so I'm hanging on every word he says now. Also, he wanted to talk to you guys in a minute, so I'm just going to roll over and turn it over to him. But before I go, I thought you would just enjoy watching a best of reel that I brought along with me, my greatest hits. So I'm gonna show it to you, or Dave's gonna show it to you. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I gotta pull this up, huh? All right. Well, we'll watch this while you go to the bathroom. Here we go. He's Dorpy the Doge Dog.
Doing NFTs has really given me a new leash on life. Check out my new Genesis drop on Rareable. Hi, EJ. I left a drop for you in the backyard this morning. I sharded it, if you know what I mean.
What is happening right now?
I tried to go to the doctor, but I refused care. He tried to give me a CAT scan. I just want to go chill in the sand with my growler.
I didn't know you were into craft beer.
Craft beer?
You said a growler.
No. Growler is a hookup app for dogs. I was also a little horse, but then I remembered I'm just a little dog. I'm really enjoying Star Trek. I, too, like to go where no one has gone before.
What?
Like, I'm talking about the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
The bathroom. I
was
poop
okay joke.
in places. Yeah. I'm not an economist, though. I just have my master's in archaeology. I've been told getting up in collectors' DMs is kind of cringy, but I don't really mind. It's hard for me not to brown nose. As a dog, Matt, I sniff a lot of butts.
Oh.
Yeah, Yeah, trying to make some music. It's gonna go along with my album. It's called No Doggity.
Oh my god.
There's a little event down the road. It's called Burning Dog.
Sounds so weird, burning dog.
Burning Dog. And I'll spare you the hot dog jokes. I also managed to capture some scraps and some grease from under the barbecue grill, so it's been a good day.
Can you make NFTs without opposable thumbs?
No. Well, I'll be a son of a...
Dorpy.
But I'm allowed to say it if it's true, right?
Who's your favorite basketball player? Is it Charles Barkley?
Yeah. Did you see all the squirrels running around there, too?
I did, yes.
Yeah, it was great. They were delicious.
Everything's possible.
Yeah.
Stupid poses.
This is exactly what the mainstream media wants you to think.
Are you sure you don't do crack?
You weren't doing any other things, were ya?
Not as far as you know, narc. Yeah, the 80s called. They want their narc back. Your site said you had to be over 18 to enter. So
That's not true
I
at all.
only meet that requirement in dog years only.
You're on Crypto Biotica?
Biotica? I did not get that website right. I gotta go erase my internet history. Bye. Cops were always kind of tailing me. Yeah, either that or the fact that I was littering.
That one was so bad, dude.
Okay, bye. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to the dentist. One of my canines is loose.
Oh, I knew it.
Okay, bye. My Harry Potter canine fan fiction. It's gonna be called Labracadabra.
No.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
There it is.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Anyway.
Wow.
Oh,
That was
look
an
what,
amazing supercut.
look who it is.
Oh, boy.
What's going on? Bro.
What is this one's name?
Guys, bro.
Bro.
Okay.
I'm NFT Shark. Oh, I get it.
okay.
So like NFT Shark, I get it. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Bro.
Oh,
Bro. I'm NFT Shark. Everyone's just getting so excited about where everything's going in this space. I know we've never met before, but I'm gonna give you all the information, everything you need to know about NFTs. I'm just gonna give away all the knowledge in this space, because I'm really excited about this space, bro. So if you really want to make big money in this space, all you got to do is buy into Kevorkian coins.
Kevorkian.
What is a Kevorkian coin, bro? Kevorkian coins.
Oh my god.
It's a coin where sometimes they just like kill off a coin at random and you might lose some of your money. Bro.
Okay.
But if you could help us socialize this and get it out and spread the word in this space, I'm really excited about it all in this space. I guarantee you're going to get super rich in this space. But anyway, bro, I got
no puns.
I got to hasta la bye-bye.
No
I'm going to hasta la bye-bye
Come on,
now.
Dave.
No, I just need you to spread the word about my new coin, bro.
All right.
I'm going to hasta la bye-bye. I'll catch you later on.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. No shark puns? I was expecting some
No, I'm
shark
not going to do
puns.
I can't
some
handle
fish
that many
puns.
puns. I can't handle that many puns. I don't think
All
I
right.
could
That
write
was
that
amazing.
many puns. No.
Sorry, I was a bit distracted because I missed the window for the surreals.
Oh no.
No way! How?
Well, yeah, because there was a reservation phase. You had to. The way they're trying to prevent gas wars is that they're immediately at the time there was the reservation. So you can reserve up to 4. But now it's I missed it and now it's saying reservation failed.
That's
for however.
stupid.
Yeah, I'll just buy some on secondary, but they're already $1,000 each.
Wow.
God.
Of course, it's the story of NFTs.
Yeah.
Is secondary, is that on OpenSea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're already at 0.3. Though that could easily drop, oftentimes the floor drops post-reveal, or, post, immediately after the mint, it could drop as well. So we'll see how that does. But yeah, either way, I'll probably buy 1 or 2 because it seems like a nice project.
Wait,
Have they been minted yet?
There was a pre-sale. There's about 2,500 out there, and there will be, 10,000.
Wait, there was an error, David. You're good.
What's
an
that?
Error? I'm just looking at the chat.
There's an error?
There was an error,
I can
David.
still
You're good.
reserve
Can
some.
you still do it? Huh.
Let's see. It says my wallet is not listed. Pre-sale is live. Okay. Maybe the
Do I have to do this? Oh, but I have to be on the Discord, don't I?
Not necessarily, no. You just mint directly from the site.
See, I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. I need NFT Shark to help me understand how all of this works.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Other people.
Francisco. I love how everyone's like into NFTs in our scene now.
Yeah.
Francisco goes, I tried it right at the timer hitting 0 and got the same message. All right, whatever.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's got to be really hard to.
Your wallet is not whitelisted. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
that's what mine's showing now too. Okay. Oh, reserve phase is delayed by 30 minutes. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna get
timing.
Chelsea in here so that we can reserve some.
Well, we should get out of here then.
All
so
right.
you can. Yeah, you want to wrap the drop, Matt?
Yeah, let's wrap this
Gotta
up.
go
Hold
check
on,
it out.
Ariew, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave
Wait,
yet.
what are you doing?
All right, whatever.
You can wrap.
All right,
You can
so,
wrap while he's.
yeah, that was episode. If you've got any drops that you're doing, feel free to send them our way. info@mograph.com, and we'll shill them on the show. Yeah.
All right, let's get out of the drop.
Let's get out of here.
The drop. Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.